Here we go. Well, the champ is here, everybody. Welcome back to another Retro Wednesday. After being off for a week, we are back. I'm back. I'm the champ. Taking away that 500 winning, or the 500 records are all gone.
Well, no, we're back at 500, my friend.
No, I thought I beat you. Oh, we are back at 500.
We
That's right.
are.
It's
I
been a
I
week.
beat you in the 65 game, 1965 NFL to
That's
go to
right.
5-4, and then I picked that Cleveland Browns game and you
You
won.
lost.
You
Baker.
that he was legitimately the difference.
If I would have, because I was in that Tampa Bay area, if I would have saw Baker, I would have hugged him.
I bet. I bet
Oh
you
yeah.
would have. Hey brother. Hey brother, guess what you did for me?
Hey, hey, brother. 5 touchdowns, brother. Good job, brother.
That was the difference. Um,
Oh.
yeah, so we are back, everybody.
Yep.
Nice week hiatus for the show. Andrew had a nice vacation. I got
Yes.
to. No, I didn't get to record my stuff any later because as per usual, my wife likes to take advantage of any free time I get and just milk things out and make me still run as late, uh, still run later than I ever want to. So there's that. That's a thing. Um, and what I'm referring to is my other show. Is what my Eat Sleep Bliss show. Um,
Eat.
what?
Oh, I was just gonna say, eat, sleep, live.
Yeah, yeah,
Great.
that show.
No,
That show.
it's a
Yeah.
great show.
Yeah, it's a great show. Thanks, YouTube, for shadow banning it. Really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Don't know what I did to
Thank you
deserve
for
that.
letting us copy content from you too.
Yeah.
You're just
I'm so bitter. I'm so bitter. So bitter. Yeah.
uh
But yeah, we're 500, so it's a fresh start. It's a chance for me
yeah,
to, um, get some things in my favorite decade.
yeah. You get to experience Miami Vice,
Miami Vice and
Karate Kid,
Karate
Back
Kid.
to the Future.
Yeah,
With Saturday morning cartoons were good.
they were very good. They were
I'd
very
like
good.
to do a study of right when Saturday morning cartoons just died.
I'm
Like
gonna
when,
say I think they officially stopped like maybe 10, 11 years ago. I feel,
yeah,
but they stopped being worthy at like I think like turn of the century, like 2000, 2001. I know that's when I got checked
really?
out. Well,
See, my,
we just did the TV show list, a TV channel list, excuse me, on the Eat Sleep List page, which if YouTube didn't shadow ban it, more people probably could have seen it. But we,
you should do a Yu-Gi-Oh list now
I hate Yu-Gi-Oh.
because you're shadow banned.
I am shadow sent to the shadow
There you
realm.
go. See, keep with the theme.
Uh, but I was listing some of the cartoons and stuff, and I was like, man, this is a good era. Like WB, Fox Kids, all that stuff. They had some prime like shows in the morning, and then after like the turn of the century, it just got weird. Like I don't know what changed. Just like with everything, like you know how you ever see those pictures like they post about how like post 2000 like every all these aesthetics just kind of went away. All these
Yeah,
colorful aesthetics just went away, and everything just went like dreary, like black, gray, white, and it felt like everybody was doing it. Like if you see that, and I
yeah.
feel like that's just where like Saturday morning cartoons went after 2000.
See, I'm more 90, probably. Actually, no. You may be right. Because I was like waking up, going to my job at Burger King at like 17 years old, watching Digimon. So,
Let's see. Oh, let me pull it out quick because again, YouTube shadow bans
okay.
me, so nobody's ever gonna watch the video.
Eat, sleep,
Um,
list.
Eat Sleep
Can we
Bliss.
get a scroll of that right there? Eat, sleep, list.
Yeah. All right. So like WB, Kids WB, which is great. Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain, Adventures of Superman, Adventures of Batman, Batman Beyond, Pokemon was a morning ritual.
Yeah.
That was all great stuff. Jackie Chan Adventure started on WB. Nickelodeon always had a good thing, but I never felt like Nickelodeon was like a Saturday morning cartoon kind of
It's
place.
not.
It
I
was
don't
just
consider
it
that.
was just primarily cartoons.
Yeah.
Even Cartoon Network, like that was just all cartoons all day, so it didn't really have that luster. Fox 29, Bobby's World, Batman the Animated Series started there. You had X-Men, Spider-Man, uh, The Tick, Life with Louie,
Yes. Oh,
Well, that was live action, but still, Beetleborgs, Power Rangers, a Digimon until like 2000, 2001. I mean, it kept going after that, but I stopped paying attention. But yeah, it's just stuff like that. So that was, I mean, I was probably 9, 10 years old when all that stuff was slowly starting to come to an end.
So
Um,
you didn't get the ABC, CBS type lineup, and then
I got
NBC switched
ABC.
to
I mean,
more.
ABC was there, but nothing really appealed to me back like then at
Oh,
that
see,
point.
you gotta watch them like old, like 80s, early 90s when ABC was killing it. Same thing with CBS, and then NBC switched off to more of like a teenage type programming, like a tween teenage, where they would play like California Dreams and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And in Beetleborgs, is there not a show that embodies a great theme song but a horrible show?
What? See, okay. It was the greatest thing when I was watching it live, like as a child. But I recently tried to watch it, and I was like, "This is bad. This did not
I
age well." And I
no.
can't get past the Jay Leno guy. Like,
Yeah.
I can't get past him.
But that theme song though,
It is great.
that hits. That hits real good. As
Yeah,
the kid said, that's a banger.
it slaps. Yeah,
Oh, slap, sorry.
slaps. Yeah.
I'm
No, it's
standing on business with that one.
it's really good, man. Again, great age of all that stuff. But yeah, 80s were peak. We'll get back to
Yeah.
the 80s. The 80s were peak of it.
Yeah, 80s was peak. Toys, everything was the peak right there.
Absolutely.
Football was getting more and more
Well, there was a dead
popular.
period, right? But they give the Bears credit for making it fun again.
Yeah, because you had the USFL. So, I mean, there was that little period, but then you break in guys like Marino and stuff that kind of, I think, brought people's excitement back. Not to because toot Marino's horn because I'm a giant Marino fan, but I think that's one of the things that came into play in there too. Eric Dickerson, I would say 83, 84, when they realized that they had to kind of almost a little bit compete with the USFL and they started coming back.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Start upping those salaries and whatnot. I was looking at some numbers briefly, just kind of pulling it up, and there's some interesting pay figures. We're starting to see guys kind of hit that $1 million mark.
mhm.
So like Walter Payton was one of the higher paid ones, and understandably so. He was making I think $2 million in 1984,
That's pretty
which is
from George Hallis.
yeah. I mean, again, this is an artificial intelligence
Oh,
overview from the good
oh
old
no,
Google.
Hallis died I think in 82 or no.
Yeah, but even still, they throw what do they throw nickels around like sewer?
Yeah,
What
like
was it?
manhole
Like
covers.
manhole covers.
Yeah, Hellas died in 83.
Okay,
Halloween of 83.
they waited for him to die to pay Walter Payton.
Yeah,
Archie Manning made about $600K in '81.
that's crazy.
Let's see. It says Johnny Lamb Jones of the Jets. He in
Oh,
1980 he made about 2.1 mil.
bust.
Yeah. Terry Bradshaw 470K in 1981. Warren Moon had 1.1 million in '84.
That was a huge signing there.
Yeah. Which is crazy though, because if you look at some of those early '90s salaries, guys were still like the best guys were not even hitting that yet. Like Montana, I think was in the at the 1 or 2 million mark, but like I think Kelly was at like 900K. Uh,
Kelly had to be more, I thought,
he, it's
because he signed that huge contract because that was the only way he would join the Bills if he became like the highest paid
oh
quarterback.
that's weird. Yeah, okay. So I'm looking this up here. Yeah, Jim Kelly signed a 5-year $8 million, so 5 years over
Yeah,
$8 million. So that's true. Maybe I forgot. I seen the little news clipping for quite some time ago, but
Jim Kelly, he would do anything to play in Buffalo.
he would. Great guy. Great guy. Uh, so that's kind of like
Hold bathroom doors open for anybody and everything.
He'll be sure to tell you who he is too if you.
Oh, yes, he will.
Yeah, don't you forget it. Don't you forget it.
Oh.
Jesus. All right, so we're gonna go to the 1980s here, everybody. We got some
Yeah.
stuff and things to do. We have done 1 year in the 1980s. So
Yes.
the deal is, if we land on 1987, we are not allowed to draft any of the players that we did before. And I hope to God, because of the weird bye week situation, that we do not land on 1987. 82 is
Weird, too.
82 is weird as well. But yes, so that's the rule. If we land on 1987, we cannot select. There's 22 players that are off, or no, not 22, because I think we could do bench players, right? Or guys who we didn't start.
Yeah, we could do it that way.
I think
Oh,
that's.
no, I thought we said we couldn't pick anybody, though.
I think if we start them, we can't use them.
Okay.
I
Only
think
our starters.
only the starters, and I have them all starred, so I will know who it is. But because it would suck, like for 87 week 9, like you had Randall Cunningham put up 33.8 points, and he was on the bench. I'd hate for that to kind of really go to waste. I mean, I would hate to land on week 9 again. That would be some bullshit. But yeah,
Well, why don't we just get away week 9 then?
we could. Yeah, we actually, you know what, we could. But regardless, I don't want to. There's certain players I'd like to see in starting roles. And if we can use them, why not? Because we want to get as much mileage out of the show as we can.
Definitely Jim Kelly we want to see in a starting role.
Yeah, for sure. All right. We're going to spin the wheel. All right, so here we go. Spinning for the 80s. Let's see what we got here.
Spinning for the 80s. Is Vanna going to turn the letters? I can't.
It's 1988.
Oh, it's 88.
Barely.
Okay.
Barely. We almost had 1987 again. So that could have been crappy. You are champion. You are the champion. So you get choice. You get champion's choice. You either get first selection, or you get first snake.
Let's go with. I'm gonna go with first snake.
Oh, you dog.
I think That's what I want to do.
All right. If that is the case, again, we're doing 1988, so everybody is available.
88. Don't be late.
All right, so I'm gonna kick this off.
Great Super Bowl this year.
This is 49ers.
Bengals.
49ers Bengals. The second one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Because the Bengals have only played teams from in California in the Super Bowl, and they've lost every single one.
All right. I am going to take with the first overall pick from the Indianapolis Colts, Eric Dickerson. This is their first year. No, wait, this is 88. They've been there for a while. Excuse me.
Yeah. This is their first full year, I believe, with Eric.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yes.
All right. Yes, yeah, because he did traded in mid '87. In 1988, Mr. Dickerson, 1,659 rushing yards, 14 rushing touchdowns. He also had 36 receptions for 377 receiving yards and 1 receiving touchdown. So Eric Dickerson, RB1.
I'm going to go with an RB1 too. I'm going to go with Roger Craig.
Ooh.
The San Francisco 49ers. Ran for 1,502 yards, 9 rushing touchdowns with 76 receptions for 534 yards
Ooh.
and a touchdown.
That's right up your alley.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Let's see if I stay away from the other 49er.
Oh, you're gonna take him.
I probably
I'm
will.
gonna leave you no choice.
Next pick.
Because I know there's a certain dolphin that I'm not touching this round. That's
Oh,
for damn sure.
do I want to go? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go Scrammon and Randall Cunningham.
Randall Cunningham.
You kids can have your Mike Vick. I'll stick with Randall. Uh, threw for 3,808 yards, 24 touchdowns, 16 INTs, but he also ran for 624 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Very good. Yeah, can't put a price on that kind of versatility. That is for sure.
Nope.
That is for sure. All right, very good. I'm going to take my RB2 here. I'm going right for RB2. Greg Bell.
Ooh.
Greg Bell with the Rams. So I got basically Dickerson's replacement.
Yeah, you're doing the Dickerson trade right there.
That's what it is.
Pick Cornelius Bennett and you're fine.
1,212 rushing yards, 16 rushing touchdowns. He had the most rushing touchdowns that season. A little low on the receiving end, 24 catches for 124 and 2 tutties. But yeah, we're going Greg Bell for RB2. And now I'm going to look at receiving.
No, see?
Uh,
Need a receiver. Wide receiver hands, you see?
I'm going to take Henry Ellard from the Rams as well as my wide receiver one. In 1988, I always do that. I always say the year like people don't know what the year we're doing at this
Maybe
point.
they just
Need a
weren't
reminder?
paying attention.
That's true. 86 receptions, 1,414 receiving yards, 10 receiving touchdowns. Also, 7 yards rushing. Take that. That's 0.7 points.
So those are get the next two, right?
Yes, sir.
Since I wanna-
Jerry.
No.
Come on, bro. He's got a
Herschel.
96-yard reception.
I'm gonna go Herschel. There's a reason why he got traded, and why Minnesota paid such a high price tag. Mr. Walker ran for 1,514 yards for 5 touchdowns. Also caught 53 passes for 505 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then a wide receiver one. I'm going to go with my second favorite Dolphins receiver of all time, Mr. Mark Clayton. 86 catches for 1,129 yards and 14 touchdowns.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. All right. I am going to address
Where are you going? That's the...
big question, right?
Oh, geez. Thought about the... Holy cow. No, see?
I'm going to go wide receiver 2.
Jerry Rice.
Nope. Over my dead body.
Jerry Rice. Man is the greatest wide receiver of all time, and yet we try to avoid him like the plague.
I mean, he deserves it.
What a horrible guy that Jerry Rice is. That's what I always hear.
Oh, brother.
Oof. Going Terry Bollea?
No, I'm going to go Ricky Sanders of the Washington
Damn it.
Redskins here. 1988. case you hadn't been paying attention. 73 receptions, 1,148 receiving yards, and 12 receiving touchdowns. He also has 14 yards on the ground.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
All right, so I need to follow that up.
Play the Ronald Reagan clip. Where's Ricky Sanders? Yeah, there's some fun out there.
All right.
Oh, you got a QB spot open.
I do. There's a few things open here that I can mess around with. But I'm going to take my tight end one from Philadelphia. Keith Jackson.
Keith Jackson?
Yep. Keith Jackson. 81 receptions, 869 receiving yards, and 6 receiving touchdowns. Keith Jackson.
That's really sad that I knew the minute you said tight end for Philadelphia, I knew who you were going with. But yet I can't remember my kid's birthday when a doctor says, can we get a birthday? No, but I can tell you who played tight end for the Philadelphia Eagles in 1988. Hey, Matt.
Yes, sir.
What's the definition of insanity?
All right, Jerry Rice, wide receiver 2.
It's just there.
You know what, though? I'm sure it's going to pay off for you eventually. And who knows? Today,
It's like a horrible girl that you just keep on going back to, even though it's always ended badly. 1988, Jerry Rice, 64 receptions, 1,306 yards, and 9 touchdowns. Also ran for 107 yards and a touchdown.
this could be the year.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how that pays off for him. Let's go flex. Who do I want for the flex? Why'd I do it? Wow. This is like Tecmo Bowl, Tecmo Super Bowl drafting going on here. Let's go with... Actually, I'll go tight end because there's not too many of these.
No.
Let's go with the man that Lawrence Taylor wanted to punch in the face, Mickey Schuler of the New York Jets. Great clip of Schuler when I get back in the game. I don't want YouTube to come after me. So.
I already swore. I mean, they're going to come after you eventually because they just ruin everything.
Okay,
So.
because I'm associated with you.
Yes.
So this is our last episode. No. Mickey Schuler, 70 catches, 805 yards receiving, and 5 touchdowns. Oh, man. That's something a little... You went with... Yeah, you have Greg Bell. I'm going to go...
Wait, that's your second.
Oh, it is. Damn it.
Who are you going with?
No.
You try this dude. Look at this cheater.
Dan Marino.
Look at he's got to cheat. He's got to cheat to win. That's what I tell you. One in the Browns game.
Well, we're the 1988 Raiders over here.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna take quarterback 1, Chris Everett.
Whoa.
He's gonna just jump out of nowhere. You just push me.
That would be hilarious if you had him sitting there.
He just tackled me through the backdrop. I got here.
Tank Talk had him on as a guest. All of a sudden, he just wrapped up with them recording there. And he just burst through that wall back there. It's Jim. It's Jim.
You won't do it. Jim Everett, 88, 3,964 passing yards, 31 touchdowns, 18 INTs. Let's Let's see. Does he do anything else cool? Oh, he ran for
Beat up Jim
104
Rome.
yards. So Jim Everett.
Beat up Jim Rome. That's probably the coolest thing he's ever done.
Jim Everett's he was good. He was cool. I guess I should go flex here.
You want Icky Woods.
Thinking about it.
Stud. Absolute stud, Icky.
All right. In 1988, I am taking. I don't know why I stopped saying that, Matthew.
I kind of like it because it reminds me of the Conan O'Brien skit that he used to do before it turned to the year 2000, where they do the in the year 2000. In the year 2000, Matt will stop saying 1988 whenever he makes a pick.
I might very well. Why is this pop-up keeps coming up? I don't care that Mike Evans thinks this is the best wide receiver room he's ever been in. I don't care, Pro Football Reference.
Better damn well care.
1988, I'm taking Neil Anderson.
Fuck.
Chicago Bears, Walter Payton's replacement, 1,106 rushing yards, 12 rushing touchdowns, 39 catches for 371 yards. That is my flex, Neil Mr. Anderson. He's no Louis, but Neil will have to do.
Oh, that's a lot of touchdowns. I'll save him. Touchdowns are good, though. I don't know. I've never heard of this guy. But looking at things, he's kind of right up my alley. I'm going with John Settle of the Atlanta Falcons
For what position?
for my flex.
For your flex. John Settle? Settle?
Yep.
Yep.
Ran for 1,024 yards, 7 touchdowns. Also had 68 receptions for 570 yards and a touchdown. And for my quarterback, QB2, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go with the NFL MVP this year, Norman Esiason of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Is your QB2?
Yep. Boomer, 3,572 yards throwing for 28 touchdowns, 14 INTs. He also ran for a touchdown, too. Because you know me. I love a good left-handed quarterback.
All right. Yes, you do. You are all about the lefty. You know what? I'm going to go back up. Nah, it's too soon. Too soon. I'm not going to do that.
Dan Marino's still out there.
I was thinking about doing that, but I'm not. I'm going to take RB 3.
Yeah.
John Stevens of the New England Patriots, his rookie season. 1,168 rushing yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. He also had 14 catches for 98 yards. So, getting some Patriots in there.
Statement not too many people said in the 80s.
No.
Just throwing that out there.
Well, if you live near a military base, maybe, but let me see how many Patriots I can fit in here.
Oh, only laughs.
I'll edit that out.
No, you keep that. You keep that.
No, because
You keep that.
I'm going to get canceled. I'm going to ruin your YouTube channel, too.
That's what you're gonna be known as. You're gonna be on one of those like what is it, internet anarchist videos? Matt Johnson goes
Yeah, if he
on
goes
to
on your
ruin.
YouTube channel, it's done. You had a good run.
August the Duck is gonna do commentary on you. You're gonna become the most popular person. Logan Paul's gonna have you on. What is that? Impulsive
Impulsive.
or whatever. Yeah.
Uh,
You might even be on Talk or Hawk Tua. Talk Tua.
oh
I don't
yeah,
even.
yeah.
Can I make my own podcast just called Talk Tua, and we just talk about nothing but Tua
I'm fine
and
with
see
that.
how
There's
many
not much.
people?
There's not much there. We'll figure it out though.
There's not much on the other one that says Talk Tua, so there you
That
go.
is true. I'm gonna take Minnesota Vikings tight end Steve Jordan.
All
Uh,
right,
for my tight end too. 57 catches, 756 receiving yards, and 5 receiving touchdowns. So
taking Cam's dad.
is it really?
Yeah, pretty sure. Oh crap! I just yep. RB2,
No, you're RB3.
RB3, whatever. The final position. I'm gonna go Icky.
Key.
1,066 yards, 15 touchdowns, 21 catches for 199 yards. Wide receiver, where are we at? 3?
Yes, you need wide receiver 3 and tight end 2.
I'm going to go with Drew Hill, the wide receiver, not the band. 72 receptions for 1,141 yards and 10 touchdowns.
Very good. I'm going to take Dan Marino as quarterback 2. Who, in this season, which I will not name,
What season?
4,434 passing yards, 28 touchdowns at 23 interceptions. Ooh, that's ass. 23 interceptions.
Yeah, it was not a best year for him.
No, that's okay, though. I'm sure. Hopefully, I won't need him. Also has a solid minus 17 rushing yards.
That's what you would get out of Dan Marino.
That's cool. All right, it's Dan Marino. QB2. And then my final position is wide receiver 3. And for this situation, I'm going to take... God, piss off pop-ups. I'm going to take...
Taking pop-ups.
I'm going to take downtown Eddie Brown.
Yes,
That's not even his nickname, but now it is.
it is.
Oh, it doesn't say it on here. In that year, 53 catches, 1,273 receiving yards, 9 receiving touchdowns. Also has minus 5 rushing yards. That's cool. Eddie Brown.
I am going to go with. So my final pick will be the Sylvester Stallone stand-in himself, Mark Pavaro of the New York Football Giants. 53 receptions for 672 yards and 4 touchdowns.
All righty. So now we're going to spin to see which week we're going to be picking from. It is a solid 16. I don't believe there's a bye week yet. From everything I'm seeing, I
don't think there is one either.
No, I think it runs straight through. So let me get that set up on our wheelofnames.com website. Shout out for helping us out here every single week. There it is. Not going to mention bye weeks or anything because last time I did, it ruined everything. All right, here we go. We're going to be playing in 1988 week 7.
Okay.
Week 7. So, maybe? Well, there's no bye week, so actually that's a good thing. So players are just going to be just exhausted. So we got that going for us. They're going to be just dead tired.
Just dead exhausted.
Yeah.
Every single last one of you.
Every single one of them. So, as we typically do here, we're going to take a quick pause, tally up our scores, and we'll be right back and run through them. So. All right, we are back. The scores have been tallied, and everybody, 1988 Week 7 is about to be in the books.
What year?
1980, a year. It was a year in the 80s. Week 7, 88.
How long was Ninja Turtles out for?
All right.
That cartoon was only a year.
I was going to say, it came out in 87, right?
Yeah.
I can go for some pizza right now. Now that you mention
Good
it.
pizza.
Some good pizza.
Oh, I forgot to mention. Randomly, one of my aunts had a loaf of DiCamello's bread. Holy cow, did I miss that?
It's very
That's
good.
a nice Western New York reference for anybody.
It's very good. I try to pick up one, like a loaf a week. And the one week they're like, we don't have any short loaves. We only have the big loaves. I go, okay, what's the problem?
It's going to be gone.
It's got to be gone. And it was. Yeah, shout out DiCamello's.
Yeah.
All right, pal.
Are we ready?
How are you feeling, by the way?
This is doing my scores, I got to say it was a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah, it was mostly
lot of-
down. Like, it was just, for me.
It
Like, if
wasn't
you're on a roller coaster and it just never goes up. Like a kiddie roller
just
coaster.
driving.
It's just going around in circles, like the kiddie park one.
The kiddie one where it's
Yeah.
got that one that one kind of like big one just enough to get a thrill out of the kids.
Yeah, that's
I
all.
think about the dragon at Fantasy Island.
Yeah.
Is it a dragon or is it a dog now or
It's
something?
been so long. I don't even think it's called Fantasy Island anymore.
Oh yeah.
It's like Niagara something or other. I don't know.
Niagara Fancy Time.
Yeah.
That's my new theme park, everybody. Come on down to Niagara Fancy Time.
Yeah.
Where you go to the booth and I tell you about Jerry Rice.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this. But all right, we got a couple positions to go
Yes.
before we get to Gerald Rice. Let's start off with our quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Firstly, yes. Why don't you go through that?
I want you to go because I got a bombshell to drop on the people. For this one, or do you want me to go?
I can. You know what? You start every time. I don't mind starting. I don't mind starting for once.
Because this is a first. I have a first for everybody out there.
I'm excited to hear this.
So if you listen to this is a first.
All right, so I had Jim Everett, who in this year that I will not name, in this week that I've already mentioned, 199 passing yards, 13 points, 8 passing touchdowns, 18 points. He threw for 2 interceptions. It's -4. He took a sack for -1. He had 3 rushing yards for 0.3 points, and then had a fumble for -2. 24.3 points for Jim Everett. Dan Marino, not much better on my bench. Not that it would have mattered. 27 points.
Yeah.
Mid.
Wow. That's way better than what we got here.
I'm very excited to hear this.
Randall Cunningham, week 7. This is a first. He threw for 114 yards.
Ooh.
2 INTs.
Huh.
Sacked 9 times. 9 times. And sacks, I know we always put it in the description, sacks are -1 point. Ran for 22 yards. He gave me a total of negative 2.8 points. Negative 2.8 points. You heard it here, folks.
That is a first.
We've had 0. We've had 1 point.
Yeah.
This is the first negative points. As I was going through this, I was like, I'm negative. I'm just negative after a while.
Holy shit.
Negative 2.8 points.
Wow. Yeah. Every week we're making history, I feel. Really, the last time we did this, the worst games ever. We had the most amount of buys that we've ever had. You know, that's just how we roll here. That's just how we roll. Yeah, I got 1.2 a couple games ago. Yeah, that's awesome. 2.8 minus
negative.
negative.
You know how great it felt to just put that minus sign as you're writing down your points?
I'd rather have that than 2.8 points. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I feel like that's I feel like because you achieved negative 2.8 points, it feels better than just 2.8 points.
No, I'd rather have the 2.8 points.
All right, sweet. I'm
Stop
winning.
trying to sugarcoat this for me.
I'm trying. I'm winning for the time being. And what did Boomer Esiason get?
Oh, Boomer Esiason had 16 points, which is a hell of a lot better
Okay.
than negative 2.8 points.
Wow, that is amazing. Let's go to running backs now. Eric Dickerson, 80 rushing yards for 8 points, 2 rushing touchdowns for 12, 1 reception for 1, 5 receiving yards for 0.5. He also had a fumble for -2, 19.5 points.
Not bad.
Yeah. Oh, I should probably read off my other ones.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you want to
No,
alternate?
I just had a brain fart. My brain is mush right now. It's
Because the negative 2.8 points, you're like, how the hell is that achieved?
yeah. That's
How does one of the
too.
fastest quarterbacks in NFL history get sacked 9 times?
Who crushes, by the way, every single time that he is on the bench. He is the best player. 33.8 points in 1987 Week 9. I think I had him for...
Nothing.
Oh, I had 32.5 for 1992 Week 2 on my bench. Start him up. That's what you get. Greg Bell. 28 rushing yards for 2.8, 3 receptions for 3, 10 receiving yards for 1, and 1 fumble for -2, 4.8 points. John Stevens, he had 7.6 on the bench. Did not count.
Not too bad. We got Roger Craig at RB1. 190 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, 5 receptions for 12 yards, and a fumble, giving me 41.2 points.
Wow, you're right back.
Yes, I am. Now I got to find them boys. There we are. So I could go look at Mr. Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker, 88 yards, 4 catches for 47 yards for 17.5. And then Icky Woods, 17.5 as well.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm positive.
I just want to make sure because last time you had.
I separate everything now.
I know.
You've
learned.
Smart.
I've
learned.
All right. Wide receiver 1 for myself was Henry Ellard. 7 receptions for 7 points, 83 receiving yards for 8.3, and a receiving touchdown. For 6, 21.3 points. Wide receiver 2, Ricky Sanders, 3 catches, 39 receiving yards, 6.9 points. On my bench, Eddie Brown, 21.7.
The bench. Oh, geez. Wide receiver 1. Now, one of my least favorite Dolphin wide receivers, Mark Clayton. 3 catches, 50 yards, giving me 8 points.
Yeah, Marino ball down.
He did. Mark Duper was the correct answer.
Oh, okay.
Mark Duper.
How many points did you say? I already forgot.
8. It's
Thank
not
you.
that hard. It's a little bit more than negative 2.8. Well, we all know Jerry Rice didn't catch the ball if Roger Craig ran the ball 22 times. So Jerry Rice, let's just pull this Band-Aid off. 4 catches, 65 yards, 10.5 points.
The legend
Drew
continues.
Drew Hill with 11.1. I think this is the first time I got double digits with him.
I think you're right.
So
Let's scroll through.
I think this is honestly the first time I got double digits with this man.
6.6 for 1992 Week 2.
Yep.
All right.
I think I had him at 87 as well, didn't I?
Get there. Let's see. 87. I had Jerry Rice. I had 20.7 points from him.
Okay, let's move on. So who did you have for your tight end 1, Matt? Who did you have for
Tight
your
end 1. Keith Jackson, 4 receptions, 23 receiving yards, 6.3 points. Steve Jordan on my bench, 5.3.
All right. I had Mickey Schuler, who did not play. but I did have Mark Pavaro. I gotta find this. Mark Pavaro though had 8 catches for 80 yards and a touchdown, giving me 22 points.
Ooh.
So that helped out.
22?
Yes.
Flat 22. Okay.
Flat 22.
All right.
Emmett Smith.
This is actually kind of a nail biter. I'm not going to lie. My flex, Neil Anderson, 51 rushing yards for 5.1 points, 5 catches for 5 points, and 52 receiving yards for 5.2 points. 15.3.
Not bad.
No.
This was the guy that I saw, and I was like, I don't know. This is one of those kind of bold strategy cotton.
You settled for him.
I settled for him, and I gotta say, I'm glad I did.
Oh, no.
John Settle of the Atlanta Falcons, 125 yards, a touchdown, one rushing touchdown, 7 receptions for 46 yards, and a touchdown, giving me 36.1 points.
That's game. All right. My total, 98.4 points.
132.5.
132.5. There it is. Back to back.
Yep.
Very good.
Jeez. I really dug myself out of that hole.
Yeah. You overcame the odds, my friend, and it paid off in dividends. You know? That's good. I also have not crossed the 100-point mark in the 80s.
Really?
That is correct. The last time, what was my last score in the 80s? 99.1.
Let me see what.
You had 154.9 last time.
I think I've scored. Yeah, I've scored lower in like the 2000s than anything else. Matt's got all of his stuff all nice and neat, and I'm over here flipping through a notebook.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
That is the way it is. It's the way the cookie crumbles. So what are you in the mood for next week? You want to go back to like the 60s? You know?
I was so happy to get out of it.
I mean, if you want to go back and, help a brother out, you're more than welcome to.
So my brother, no. Hulk Hogan would like, I don't want to do. Yeah, let's go 2000s.
We go 2000s? Oh, excuse me.
Just because I'm thinking of that skit.
Okay. All right, so we've done 2009, and then we did the all 2000s decade. So,
Yep.
So very good, very good. That is what we got going on. 2000s next week. We return. So that should be good. Congratulations once again, Andrew. You have taken the lead. You are now 6-5. I am 5-6. The never-ending losing continues for myself.
And I had the first, and I still pulled it out.
You did. You did.
Maybe one day your quarterback will get sacked 9 times.
I hope not. I hope not. Maybe I'll have to keep that in mind whenever we do the worst possible fantasy football team game. That'll be a blast. But
Yeah.
all right, real quick, if you could do me a favor, Eat Sleep List. You probably won't find it because YouTube, it's probably gonna ban it or something, shadow ban it. But every Monday and Friday, new episodes are dropping. This upcoming Friday is. What did I record for this Friday? My brain is mush. I did video game soundtracks this week for Friday. I still have to edit it. So there's that. Interactive content. Maybe it'll be there. Maybe it won't be. There's a lot of stuff that was there. So please go check that out. Most of my stuff is on TikTok now. Eat.sleep.list on there, and it's getting way better numbers. So we're gonna just roll with TikTok for a little while.
You sound so happy saying TikTok.
Hurts my soul.
I bet it does. But yes, check out the Nostalgia Funhouse podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Actually, my feed did not go through over here, but I'll get that fixed either way. If not, check them out. And also check out Eat Sleep List and the Nostalgia Funhouse and podcast version on the BICBP radio network. And with that being said, what may not be nostalgia for you may be nostalgia for some.